Good morning, friends, and welcome once again to the continuation of our youth seminar. Our main targets are the youth and the young women who want to venture into entrepreneurship. And today we are going to discuss about digital skills. A skill can be interpreted as a talent or a gift, and we all know that it is God who gave us these abilities. So today's topic is actually inspired from the Holy Bible, from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 14. There is a parable of talents. From this story, we learn that there are three people. One of them was given 5 talents from God. Another one was given 2 talents from God. And lastly, another one was given 1 talent. They all went to the field. The one with 5 used his talents and came back with an extra 5 talents. The one with 2 also came back with an extra 2. But unfortunately, the one who was given a single talent went and never came back with an additional. Why? Because they went and hid their talent. They never used, they never utilized the little talent, the little gift that God had given them. So due to this, God was really annoyed, and he took away that single talent, and the person was left without anything. So this tells us that when you have a talent, a gift, or a skill, try to utilize your skill. Try to put it into practice. Through that, you'll be able to gain more other skills. But if you don't use it, maybe you will lose it. And when you lose everything, man, your life can be very miserable. So today we are going to discuss about these digital skills. First of all, somebody might be asking, what are digital skills? First, to bring into perspective, we are living in a digital world. Today's businesses are mostly online, social media. Everything we do, everything we eat, whenever we go, we always rely on our computers. We rely on our smartphones. So we are always online. We are in a digital generation. Therefore, for us to succeed in this entrepreneurial journey, we need digital skills which are linked with the digital world that we are in. So today we are going to discuss about 7 to 8 very essential digital skills, some of which we comprise of communication skills, networking skills, we have branding skills, we also have digital marketing and social media, we also have technology, we also have optimization of the search engine, and then we'll be able to conclude with cloud computing stroke cyber security. So up to that point, I think it is wise that you can subscribe to this channel. Click on the reminder button so that whenever we upload our new content, you'll be able to view it immediately. And also let your friends benefit from this. Maybe you have friends and relatives who are into businesses, who are stuck in their businesses, or who want to diverse their businesses. This is the right place. It is free of charge, sponsored by Alfiesta Foods Limited. So, and to the first topic, we are going to discuss about communication skills. What we are doing right now is communicating. You don't have to be fluent in communication skill. You should only have the passion and be honest. When you are communicating with your audience, your target audience, if you are a business person, your main goal is to be fair, honest, and convey your message. Make sure that the person you're communicating with is understanding what you're saying. Okay? So whenever you're communicating, you should always understand one rule. Communication varies with age. When you're communicating with an elderly person, it's different with the way you're communicating with a young person. Young people have their own language, and the old have their own language. So When you are introducing yourself, make sure you are very respectful. Even if you're communicating with a small child, be respectful. Introduce yourself briefly, introduce your businesses, and lastly, always conclude with a positive remark, because sometimes you might meet an audience that is negative. You might meet people who are negative towards you, who are hostile. It's not anything to do with you. Maybe it is the environment in which they are brought up. But if you conclude with a very positive remark, the next time you'll be able to go there, you'll find that you had left a very huge impact, and they will be able to listen to you. Another discussion is about networking. How do we network? How do we create new friendship? How do we create new connections? Networking is a very essential skill. In networking, you should aim at personalities that bring an advantage to your business. For example, if I am a saloonist and I am networking, I will always try to find people who are probably going to be my client. You see, people who are dealing with fashion, people who are dealing with cosmetics, people who are in that circle of fashion, and healthcare. That is networking. When you're networking, you always create a market. You visualize your market, so that you might maximize and create friendship, bonding that will attract customers to your businesses. Another skill that is very essential is branding. And branding can be categorized into two. There is branding of your company or a business, and there is branding of yourself. The way you dress, the way you walk, the way you communicate with people, that is a brand itself. You should make sure that who you are is something that is adorable by everybody. You should be a good example to everyone. Your company should be a good example. Your company should never be found in the wrong. You have a company, you have not complied with the council rules and regulations. You don't have the permits to transact businesses. That is negative. You are going to spoil your brand. Make sure whatever you are going to do that is linked with your business is always positive. Through that, you'll be able to create a good brand for your business. So also, when you're branding yourself, you can be judged individually. Make sure that who you are, you have a good presentation, you maintain your standards, your principles. Don't be swayed, don't be tempted by pressure from the society. Keep being focused, because you are creating a long-term brand. Who do you want people to know you in the next 20 years? People should know you as the person that you visualize yourself. Okay, so the way you behave, the way you carry yourself, the way you communicate with others, that is the brand that you are creating. So make sure your brand is always attractive. The next discussion is about digital marketing and social media. Actually, in these regards, I think digital influencers, social media influencers have a huge advantage, because they invested most of their life on social media. You'll find that they are good when it comes to using Instagram, using LinkedIn, using Twitter, using Facebook, using YouTube. This is digital marketing and social media. Whether you like social media or not, and you want to do business in this new generation, you must have some digital and social media skills. Make sure you've created your good profile. You make sure you've created your business page. Put your content there, upload every day. Give positive feedback when people pose questions on the comment section. This is the digital marketing every day, twice or thrice a day, whichever much you might be able to, make sure that you are marketing your business every day on all social media platforms. For example, in our company Alfiesta Foods Limited, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, and we have YouTube. We also have other crowdfunding sites. We are always uploading to our audience every day. You know why this is an advantage? Imagine you have a follower who might have a lead somewhere. They have heard of a client who is searching for some services which you are also offering. So if you keep updating every day, maybe one day they will refer you to those clients. So with that said, we now jump into the fifth topic is technology. When we speak about technology is anything that we are using. That is technology, from our smartphones, computers, anything that we are able to access in order to make work easier. That is technology. Make sure you are able to use every device that you can access in order to market your businesses. Whether it is using an iPhone, whether it is using an iPad, whether it is using a desktop computer, make sure you've learned a skill or two. If you can't access such services and you have friends who have the devices, you can try to persuade them to train you for a few days on how to use those devices, because it is only through technology that you can reach the young audience. It is through technology that you can be able to gain digital skills. For example, now we are communicating through YouTube. For you to access YouTube, you either must have a smartphone, a computer, or a smart TV. You see, so it means that you must adapt into technology. So make sure whatever device that comes out there in the market, you are able to use it. You should be able to use a printer, because one day you might have a printer in your office, and then you'll be printing posters, you'll be printing receipts, you'll be printing letters, you'll be printing quotations to give to your clients, you'll be printing acknowledgement letters for your clients. You can't always rely on going to the cyber to print, to do that job, to outsource that job. One day you'll have to do everything in your office. Imagine you have a small company and you cannot afford to employ maybe somebody who is computer literate because of maybe insufficient capital. It means that you'll have to do it yourself. So when you have these technology skills, understanding technology, you will be able to make work easier for yourself. So with that said, we now jump into our sixth discussion today, and it is about optimization of the search engine. When we are optimizing something, we are making it more comfortable, more easier for our use. For example, we have Google, and then you want to search for somebody who's selling a goat nearby where you are. If you click, for example, you are in Kajiado in Nairobi and you want to buy goat. If you click in goat for sale in Kajiado, you'll be able to find buyers who are close to you, or alternatively, you will find sites where buyers and sellers post their items, and through that site you'll exactly find the buyer or seller who is close to you. So this seller went to that search engine, subscribed there, and optimized it in a way that those who will search for his services will be able to access him instantly. So optimization of a search engine is very essential so that you can be able to easily reach your target audience in a quicker way as compared to your competitors. This is a secret. So the advantages of optimization of search engine, is that you will create a better online presence. You'll be able to be seen everywhere, anywhere, and easily. Anybody who is searching for an item might be able to see you before they see somebody else, your competitor who is not online. You see, another advantage is that you'll be able to increase target leads. This means that you'll be able to create new channels, new routes. You'll be able to see where another set of target people, customers, clients for your businesses. So when you are creating optimizing the search engine, you are putting your business on the table, very close to your clients. They'll be able to access you easily within the shortest time period, and this is an advantage. Then we directly again jump into our seventh and last discussion, and it is about cloud computing and cybersecurity. Cloud computing is basically when you have content in your computer or phone, and you see that maybe the storage in your computer or your device is not large enough, and you want to store these items in another safe place which is much more convenient and easily accessible. There is Google has offered what we call a cloud storage. You see, so through cloud storage, for those who have smartphones, usually Android smartphones, when you sign in or when you sign up, you are usually given some around 15 GB of storage, cloud computing storage, where you can store your data far from the phone, so that by chance, if you lose your device, you can be able to use the same email address and download data that was backed or stored in the cloud computing. This is an advantage that most people who don't own smartphones cannot have. You see, so when you are learning digital skills, you are gaining some insights. You are becoming much ahead as compared to your competitors. You are becoming wise. You are storing your items safely. You are storing your information safely. Your business will be at an advantage. You'll be able to maneuver easily while transacting your business. And this one also calls for something else known as cybersecurity. You can imagine you have a smartphone, you've stored your client's data, you've stored very important and confidential information, but unfortunately somebody comes and has access to such information. It is very dangerous, because somebody might download bank statements, receipts. People will know what your business is doing, and this will put your clients in danger, your business in danger. Somebody can transact fraud activities through the information that they've gained. So this calls for security measures. So this is called cyber security. It is a bit advanced, but there are basics that you can learn. Some basics include how to set up passwords, how to set up login, two-way login confirmations. This is like when you are logging in into your email, you can set it in a way that whenever you're logging in, you can also receive a second confirmation. Maybe you've put your password in the email, but again they have to confirm you or alert you through a text message in your phone that somebody is logging into your email. Through that you'll be able to confirm, yes, it is me who is logging in. So that is a very safe way of accessing your private, your private accounts. So cybersecurity is another digital skill that is very essential to protect our digital content. So through this, we've learned that when you are investing into digital skills, you'll be able to make your business transact in a very safe way. You'll be able to reach new audience. You'll be able to interact with your audience who are online in a language that they are used to, as compared to an entrepreneur who is not digital. They find it very difficult to even communicate. A good example I can give you: 3 weeks ago we saw that from Kayole in Nairobi, there are some young people who came up with a different, I can call it a unique way of communication. In Kenya we call it Sheng. They came up with their own Sheng, which is a bit twisted but very entertaining. This is very creative. They should be very supported. And then later somebody else texted Safaricom using that Sheng, Sheng phrase, and Safaricom actually played along. They responded back. Safaricom is one of the biggest companies in Kenya, one of the most respected. But you can imagine, Safaricom communicated with their audience irrespective of who they are or what others perceive about them. As a business, you should be able to embrace change. You should be able to acknowledge who your people are, who your audience is, and then you communicate with them the way they are comfortable with. So Safaricom has set a good example about embracing new digital culture, which is also a digital skill. And so our businesses have a challenge there. We should always be positive, because we are in a new generation Z. Never happened before. This is the first time, but business must continue. So let's embrace digital skills. Thank you so much for your time, and may God bless you as you also work on your business. If you have a question and you want us to respond, kindly post it in our comment section. But if you have a private question, you can always find us through the email, or you can find us through our personal numbers. Our company is Alfiesta Foods Limited. You can text us through Facebook, or you can also call us. You'll be able to find our contacts down there. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.